I don't know if anyone's even going to join. People probably think I've retired. Hello.
You're back.
Oh yeah, the comeback, another comeback. Now I've got a video I edited and it's coming out tonight, which is going to be cool. But does this even work anymore? Do I still have people who watch me?
You're the host.
Someone say something in the comments. Hello. No, we're going to do the research. For the people who do not know, we used to do this on Instagram, and Luke rang me this morning about 8 o'clock this morning. He's like, do you want to bring the research back? We're talking about it. Let's go and do it. So we're back on the research. And yeah, if no one joins, mate, it's just me and you, but that's okay. So let's get to it. What are you? Let me get my notepad, actually. The notepad might have to come back. Can we use the old one or do we start a fresh one? Let's start.
I'm going to reshare.
Come on, Johnny. My cousin's in anyway.
Johnny.
So we're going to do some research. So if you're expecting to come in here for like a podcast episode with loads of chat and loads of, like, I don't know, fun stuff, this is probably not the place to be. But if you want to come in here and spend some time learning with us, maybe taking this time for yourself to maybe do some photos, do some listings, or do your own research, this might be a good place to be. We're going to be quite consistent with this. We're not going to say how consistent because we'll let ourselves down. So, yeah, let's get to it. But what are you looking into today, my friend?
I'm going to go a bit deeper on women's because I understand there's so much to learn in terms of like men's and other stuff, maybe going in a bit deeper on that. But women, I've literally scratched the surface of it. I'm nowhere near like good. So I think I'm going to try and go a little bit deeper on that. I'm just going to check on your channel.
Just check it is live. I mean, John's found it, and we've got some people showing up in the things. To be fair, I scheduled this live like 15 minutes ago, and I literally just put out a post on Instagram now. So many people probably didn't know this was even going to happen. But yeah, I'm going to do women's, mate. I'm going to do women's coats and jackets is what I'm going to look at.
Okay.
So let's get to it. But if you are in here, guys, and you are doing your own research, let us know what you are researching, or just let us know what you are up to during this research time. And obviously, if you're catching the replay, let us know what you think about the research sessions. Because as I said, when we done them on Insta, a lot of people found them really helpful with regards to the accountability and also learning themselves as well. Oh, it's working. Carper's in. If Carper's here, we know we're good. Listing some Shark batteries and chargers. Are they from the auction house, John? Because I would test them first. Right. Anyway, let's get to it.
I think last time we done this, I think we were just talking about what we was doing. So I don't know, just trying to riff off information. I don't know whether you wanted to screen share or anything like that. I don't really. Sure. Yeah. I suppose it's really just to encourage people to do the kind of stuff that we don't really. I mean, we speak about this a little bit, but the fact of actually doing it, setting aside time, is something that it's like admin. Do you know what I mean? It's like extra homework you don't really think about.
Should I just share my screen? Just so people know what we're looking at, and you can get us to the side. Oh my God, I'm so rusty, guys, with live streaming. I love it when Luke's in control and I just turn up. All right. Anyway, we have got here, I've just typed in women's coat, and I'm going to keep it quite generic for now. Find some brands that are selling quite well at the moment, and then do a bit more of a deep dive into them from that point. So let's have a look here. Let's go UK. So to give you an idea with the search, by the way, hi Leanne, hope you're well. To give you an idea, I'm getting some feedback. Is that coming from you or me? Let me turn me down.
How is it?
That might be better now.
Yeah.
To give people an idea what I've done here, I've just literally typed in women's coat, and I've gone the £30 to £100 range. And these are the kind of things that I think I'll be able to snipe on Vinted mainly, and find in the wild as well. And then on top of that, we're going to put UK only because I want UK comps. And then we're going to have a look. So we're just going for ended most recently. You could do a search high to low if you want, but I like to see what it's selling at the moment, really. So if we think about Zara, most of us know Zara, but there's going to be sub-brands within Zara. So I'd probably write down this Celia there. I'm guessing that is. Let me have a look. Oh, let me go back actually one. Because oh, it's so annoying. Why is it doing that? Share this tab instead. I don't know why it's doing that. I might try and do it that way. I want to go condition and I want to go pre-owned as well. So we've got the Barber. We know about that. We've got Armani. Women's purple Wallace trench coat. Am I going to have to do this share tab every time? So I think Wallace, if that's how you pronounce it, I think it is. I think that as a brand overall isn't the best.
No.
I've always thought it's a bit of a basic brand. So then what I'm doing here is just type in Wallace coat. And then again, look at solds. Yeah, most of it is pretty average, but what is going for the money? So what is going over £30?
So you go in generic search, finding a brand, then going deep on that brand.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the way I'm going to play it. Because look, there is some of this Wallace stuff here that goes for good money. And then it's working out what makes itself good money. So if we look at this one, first of all, I mean, terrible title, first of all, but they still managed to get 31 quid for this. And if we have a look at it, is there any indications as to what it is? Have they got names similar to other brands? So good size, UK 18. This is just a polyester jacket though. I can't see why this has gone for 30 quid. Can you think of why?
Was it trench coat with belt? Does it say the model name as well on the?
No, I don't think they have model names.
Or is it part polyester? There's no wool in it at all.
No, it's polyester. That's weird. It's a 70% polyester, 30% polyester.
Don't know. Maybe type in Wallace trench jacket. See, it might be an outlier. I'm not sure.
Let me go back.
So you're just trying to look for stuff within that brand?
Yeah, so now I've come across that. I'm just looking at Wallace now and seeing like, oh, okay, so if I come across a Wallace coat, which one should you be picking up? So obviously this is an obvious one here because you've got like leopard, animal, horse fur. But it looks very much like the long trench coats are the ones that are selling.
Yeah.
But all in all, I don't think it's a great brand, to be honest with you. Let me go back to my other search. Okay, so you got Alexon, Jaeger, Adidas, Barber, Austin Reed, Versace. You got the jewel stuff that comes up. So some of the jewel stuff does quite well.
Yeah.
Done quite a bit of research on that before. So I kind of know what jewel stuff is worth grabbing. Lots of this real sheepskin stuff. So obviously we know anything sheepskin related is good. Karen Millen, one of the first women's clothing brands I picked up actually was Karen Millen. And it was a big fail. But I think it was because it's the wrong kind of item, wrong style, etc. But do you ever pick it up? Like coat-wise?
There was a couple of brands. I know there's like models and types within brands that sell good, but I think we initially gravitated towards like Hobbs. What was the other one? It was like Jigsaw. There was loads, and I think that was one of them as well. Where I thought, oh, there's money, so you just like, I'll grab it every single time, but it's definitely not like that.
So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to find a brand, then I'm going to deep dive into that today. I think that's the best thing for me to do, because my plan is I really want to find like 15 to 20 brands that I know maybe the 3 or 4 items that are worth grabbing in each one.
Yeah.
And then focus my sourcing attention online more towards that. Obviously, like we said yesterday, when we're in the charity shops, when we're in the car boot sale field, it's kind of what's presented to you, where I think online you can nail it down a bit more.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm going to do. So today, I need to decide on what brand I want to look at, first of all. I'm trying to find one where a lot of people will look at it and think it's bang average, because I think that's when you can potentially catch the people slipping, especially with vintage. So I'm going to go for Whistles. And I think I've looked at Whistles before, but I want to look at Whistles coats and see which ones I should be sniping today.
Yeah, I think this for me is like kind of front loading the research, good for kind of charity shops. And although charity shops, you can still look up a little bit in there, but it's kind of like for speed, this and car boots. But online, you can take a bit more time, can't you? But I need to be more aware of this stuff.
With Whistles, what I want to find out is, do they have the style like it does the name of the jacket or name of the item as it does on other brands, first of all? So let's have a look at one of these tags here, because I don't think it does. No, I don't think it does. Oh, this link, this sharing thing's doing my head in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to unshare for a second. And then once I come across things, I'll share it. Because I'm having to click an extra button every single time.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. I can just talk through things if need be. But like, obviously Whistles, like the wool coats, do quite well.
God, Jules tweed stuff dominates.
Very good. Okay, so the wax parkers. Yo, stay. Hope you're good, mate. This was ID.
Some of the quilted stuff does way better than I thought.
What are you looking at?
Jules.
Yeah. Knowledge is also key at the car boots. I piss a fight over trash night trainers. I'm calmly picking up duck down Jules jackets, etc. Which no one else interested in. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I really enjoyed before, the front loading of the knowledge, because like this task as a whole is boring. I don't mind saying, like the research part is the part that I was put up because I think it's really boring to do. But I never regret it when I've done the research and then go out and find the item, because I wouldn't have known about it before. It's always such a buzz. So yeah, definitely want to pick it back up again.
Yeah, I get the whole doing research when you're out and about, and naturally just increasing it when you're picking stuff up anyway. But I wholeheartedly believe that this is where money's made. Like the increasing the knowledge. I mean, when we was doing this on a consistent basis, when I jump out of this brand and I go into the generic searches, that's when it really takes over. Which I'm going to do in a second, because I feel like I've blitzed the hell out of this.
So Babs, what we're doing a bit of a research session. So we used to do this on Instagram, go live on Instagram. The problem we used to have on Instagram, I don't know if you remember, Luke, after around 40 minutes or 45 minutes, it would just cut you off
Oh, it's
as
horrible.
well. So, yeah, we're just jumping in, doing a bit of live research. I'll share some bits when I can. It's just the sharing was becoming really annoying. I don't know why it was making me, every time I clicked on a new tab, I got to click a new button saying share this tab instead. What is Luke doing on the right hand side? I can actually change it. Look. Oh no, I've made Luke big.
Hello.
Can I change him? Hold on.
Yeah, it doesn't look right, does it? Now it looks right.
Yeah, we don't want to confuse people.
Yeah. Although I am not the host, so you can put me where you want.
I'll give you that side, mate. Don't worry about it.
Okay, jacket. Basically, what this is like, it's not supposed to be exciting. It's not supposed to be that crazy or whatever, but hopefully it encourages you guys out there to actually take the time to put in the effort for increasing your knowledge, because it will make you it will make you a lot of money. And
you can. Yeah. I don't mind if you swear on my stream, mate.
Oh no, I just try not to as much as I can.
So this blows my mind, yeah. And maybe I've been living under a rock, or maybe I just. Well, it's not maybe. I know it's a fact. I don't know enough. But I always thought whistles was like lower end. But maybe that's because I've always thought about whistles like dresses or maybe like whatever else. But some of the coats again, let me share this. Some of the coats again are like stupid money. And I can't get my head around this because I'm sure these can be sniped. So let me go to pre-owned again to keep it fair. But like, I know it's wool. You've got an overcoat there, 45, an overcoat there, again, wool. So that's what you should be looking for, 50. You've got a Parker wax jacket, Teddy lined, and that's quite nice for 31. And then you've got like this wool blend checked coat for 80, this coat for 90.
Why is there a massive difference? Wait, go up? 31. Was it like a charity listing go up?
Where are you looking? Here.
Because of that one, like above, they're selling for like 70 plus, aren't they? But they just underpriced it massively. So they can go for, is that polymide polyester? It's not even a full wool coat above the red one.
Yeah, the red one is cool. Is that new?
That's their tag.
I haven't shown. Oh, okay, I've seen who it is. I haven't even showed like. And it's got some like damage down here.
Yeah, but do Thrift Plus, do they get more generally on their stuff?
I don't know. But even looking at some of these, it's like, and this blows my mind here. This is where I struggle with as well. So that one's gone for 35.
Yeah.
But then at the top here, I'm sure there was a similar one.
Yeah.
They went for 80.
Are they exactly the same?
It's no, slightly different in colour.
Yeah, but it's still tweed wool, isn't it? So what's that one? Yeah, click on that one up there, that 80 quid one. That's beautiful.
So that's wool and nylon. But yeah, they got 80 quid. And that's men cap as well.
Yeah. Because with whistles, anyway, I think we associated it with, say, like picking up jersey dresses or something like that.
Correct.
Yeah, the stuff that's literally nothing that we were picking up for like 4 or 5 quid in a charity shop, and you couldn't even get 15 quid for it or something.
Anyway, whistles is definitely going onto the list. Again, all of this stuff we talk about, like my knowledge is terrible, especially when it comes to women's. Okay, so correct me if you think I'm wrong, but I think anything whistles which is like tweed or checked or wool is kind of like stop and maybe take a bit more of a look for it, because most of the stuff here I'm seeing is going over £30. Some of it's going 50, 60. I mean, the average range of the stuff, the wool stuff, is around 55 to 60 quid. So yeah, I'm gonna do a bit more of a deep dive into the Whistles wall stuff. So let me try and catch up with some of this stuff here. I asked in the podcast once, but you never got my answer. Got an answer, and my brain won't settle till I do. How many people turned up for the open invite breakfast before the open? We had Luke, myself, Nick, Jay turned up. We didn't even know Jay was coming. He got out of the car and just started waving at us. So there was us four.
Yeah,
Simon got caught in traffic, and a few other people couldn't make it the day. So we had four of us, but the breakfast was banging. To be fair, what I had French toast, didn't I?
Yours looked ridiculous, but there was just so much of it, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was good though. It's funny how that's been on Josh's mind since, and it's been playing on his mind. Now he knows the answer.
Which Josh is this, by the way? Or do we have a name, a full name?
Just Josh.
Josh 34. Okay.
Why do glasses always make people look more attentive? Jason's gone from looking like Jack the Lad to a doctor. I always wear glasses, unless you meant at the open. Maybe at the open I didn't.
No, when you go out, I don't think you
will. No, he put my name first, then he's put your name.
Luke has gone from, wait, what? I wear these all the time. I just don't like. I think the viewing it, like you can see the reflection of the screen. Yeah. So I don't like. I always wear blue light glasses, but it's that unless I tilt the screen so it doesn't. But I don't like the way it looks. So you know what, sod ya. I might just wear them. It's my eyes at the end of the day.
Selling since she was 16, and everything, and anything and everything. Hard to know everything, but rarely use phone to research what I buy. I used to read antique books. God, how it's changed, about say, where the knowledge used to come from them books, and now it's like all online, all on your phone. Even I've done some stuff this morning with ChatGPT, and that gave me so much knowledge on an item I had no clue about. Video out tonight, by the way. New challenge starting on the channel.
Wait, come on! A live and a video. You guys are getting
spoiled today. Getting spoiled, guys.
Actually, you know what you said about the notepad? I'm going to get the notepad out.
Hey, look, you mentioned the military line from Superdry in a picking video, and it's stuck in my head. 2 weeks ago, I found the cargo military shorts, and yesterday, the rookie edition jacket. Nice one. And this is the thing, what happens. And this is where I'm rubbish at. Because I don't watch enough of these what sold videos, come pick with me videos. I'm the idiot. Because like with you, Josh, you've watched Luke's video and then you've gone out. And when I first started, I used to watch George and Nick religiously. And I used to be like, oh, I remember Nick Hill saying that he brought that the other week and it sells for good money. And then I see it at the car booth as well.
Well done, mate. Yeah, Superdry. There's select lines within jeans. Obviously, go do your deep dives and stuff like that. Just get used to that rather than because we're going to try and spew out as much information as we can. But at the end of the day, like there's a certain element of once you get used to doing this, you'll want to do it more and more. Yeah, the rookie edition stuff and what was the other stuff that you were saying? Yeah, just that kind of military gear,
cargo military shorts.
Yeah, definitely. Certain aspects within that. What was the brand I was going to go into? That was at House of Brewer.
Carper's asking, are any of you going for the eBay Awards next year? Mr. Ross won it. Yeah, so George won the main award. He won the main award. It's not the main award. George won like what I call like the YouTuber social media award. But our friend Kate also won. I don't know if you know, Luke. Kate won an award as well.
No way.
Yeah, so Kate, who Luke and I know, and she's in the group, she won one of the other awards as well. So yeah, obviously £10,000 for your business, and you get more from it than just the money as well from eBay. Yeah, 100% Harper. I'm going to put myself forward. I mentioned it in my video. Again, plug. Video comes out 7:30 tonight. I talk about it in there as well. It's one of the things where I think, actually, no, I didn't mention it in there. Ignore that. I mentioned on Instagram a moment ago. It's one of the things where I think to myself, there's no harm in putting yourself forward. And I respect anyone who takes the time to apply and put yourself forward. But I tell you now, there's no way I'm applying for like the social category, the one that George was in, Jamie Dodger was in, Ricky Resells was in, and a few other people were in it as well. Olma was in that one as well, I think. Like, there's no way I'm going for that one. I want to go for like the growth one, because that's really what I'm trying to do now, is to try and grow my business. So yeah, I will be going forward, but not that one.
No shade on anyone else that does it, but if I'm up for an award, I want to be involved in one where I don't have to ask people to vote. Like, I kind of want to, I don't know, leave it to eBay to decide, because I don't know, I don't think I could be constantly saying vote for me. Or I get maybe one video or like part of a video, but I couldn't be doing the whole like spamming Instagram and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I struggle with that, but I'm kind of getting to the point of being like, no one else is going to shout for you mentality, more side of that. So I think like the same was the grant, mate. Every year I say I'm going to go forward for the grant, and that again, I'm applying for the grant this year. And I think to myself, like, why don't you just do it? Because you're quick to congratulate all these other people who win. And then people are like, oh, did you not get nominated? I was like, I didn't even enter. I've never entered anything. So yeah.
With that though, like there's no voting system, is there? Like outside of eBay?
I don't think so. No, I think it's based on what eBay based it on.
You already know who.
I think what Luke brings to YouTube, to the YouTube world, is learning particular product lines rather than just brands themselves. I've been reselling 7 years now full time, but going hard on lines now. Yeah, I agree. And this is what we're trying to do here. So not just look at a great example when we mentioned it on Instagram is Dunlop. And we laughed about this.
That's a good example.
We went, oh, Dunlop, there's nothing Dunlop that is worth buying. And then someone put, oh, do you guys not know about these certain type of trainers? And the other day, I was on the old Vintage Machine sniping, and we sniped the Dunlop trainers that was mentioned. And these are called Green Flash. It says it in there. Let me close this. Hold on. Might help with reflection. Maybe a little bit. Green Flash, it says. And I got these for £8.50 plus post. And they sell for like reasonably good money. They're not like £100 trainers, but they're probably 40 to maybe £50. So yeah, this is why we do this. Sorry, mate. Go on. You go ahead. Over to you.
It's the same with everything, though. It's like when you get certain questions, it's like there's nuances in everything, Josh. Like to do with this, it's like why am my sales not kind of, or why am I not getting sales? And there's just so many different elements. It's like with brands, like you could think there's some brands where you probably would pick up everything, but even stuff like Barber, it's one of my favorite brands to sell. But a Liddesdale jacket, the standard quilted jacket that you see everywhere, like for me, my experience, I just can't get anything for it. So there's just, size, material, brand, there's just so many different elements. So to just say, pick this up, it's useless information, really.
I saw Lee say about my mic was going echoey a bit in and out. I'm going to try and change a mode. Hold on. Let me try and change something here.
Is it because I stick mine directly below me like that? Is because you've got the same mic, haven't you? So
yeah, I've just changed one of the settings on there. Hold on. I don't know if that's going to make it sound any better. I'm going to move my mic arm and have the mic coming up from under me, I think, because I can't move it anymore here. Right, let me catch up. Right. I used to supply House of Brewer. Is it House of Brewer with bow ties and headbands for the shops in Scottish tartan fabrics a long time ago? That's cool.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand that, Leanne. I'm like literally tweed and plaid skirts, all that kind of stuff is sick. So yeah. A little bit. I don't see it too much. I've had a couple of lamb's wool bits.
Secret Carpet saying you'll have my vote. Which one though, Carp? You can't vote for us both, and we're both in the same category. So, who's your favourite?
Where's the? Oh, yeah, I need to jump back in. Generic search.
Crystal says, on my way back from the awards. It was a lovely evening. I would encourage everyone to enter. Yeah, Crystal is someone who entered the award and unfortunately didn't win, but I'm sure Crystal's going to put herself back in it next year. So yeah, definitely enter.
There was a guy that came to the Open, Scottish guy. He travelled all the way down for it as well. Like it looked epic. I didn't even know it was happening yesterday.
Has the quilted style gone completely now from trend? I find the same with Jules' polar quilted line. Can't sell them for love nor money. Swear they would fly out.
Yeah, and I don't know whether it's our knowledge increasing or whatever, but there's some of the stuff that we used to pick up a year and a half ago that you wouldn't dream of paying the same money for now.
Yeah, we've mentioned it before, like Nike Tech Fleece, like the hoodies and jumpers and stuff. We used to always be comfortable sniping them on vintage for like £15 plus. And now, even at the car boot, you see them for a £5. You only kind of want to get it if it's a really good size and like in mint condition.
Yeah.
It's so different. Right. Anyway, so Whistles is back on the radar for coats. Mate, I'm getting like feedback. Are you loud?
I don't know. Guys, if there's any feedback from anyone, let us know what it is and then we'll try and sort it out.
Geocode might not write down as well.
So if there's a next jacket women's gone for 50 plus.
The saying sounds perfect. That's good. As long as it's good for you guys.
Lee, you're perfect, mate.
Yeah. Oh, and Crystal. She said it first, so.
And you. Caramel.
I mentioned it earlier, like Karen Millen, I've kind of given up with the brand. I think it's because I had such a shit first experience with it.
You're traumatized.
Yeah. I feel like anything I pick up Karen Millen wise now is just going to be an absolute fail. Anyway, Crystal, while you're in here, actually, we need to know, when are you coming on the podcast? What day are you committed to? Because we're not going to give up asking. So. Do you know another one for me? And I sold one the other day, Ted Baker.
Yeah, that's all over the gaff.
I thought Ted Baker was finished once and for all, but I sold a jacket the other day, I think for 70.
Mm.
But it was newer tags I got from the car boot. So I think Ted Baker might be coming back.
I think it could be number one.
Well, maybe not that high, but. The good thing with Ted, I think, as well, I always like it when things have like the product name. And I think Ted's one of them companies that shows the name of the actual item.
Yeah, it's always helpful. It's like Reese, All Saints, Sea Salt.
By the way, shout out to this person, because in my research I was doing the start of the week, sorry, I don't know who this is, and I probably know them, but I don't know whose store this is. They sell so much good stuff.
Wool and cashmere wrap. Ooh.
Yeah, so this sold for 144 on offer, but this store keeps popping up. So if it's you, if you're in the live chat, if you're in the replay, and you want to let us know, because you have some banging items. Hi, Hunley. Hope you're good. Welcome to the research session. I'm thinking from a watching point of view, like this must feel extremely boring, unless you're jumping into research or you're using us just as background noise. But I agree with what you said earlier. Like this is so beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even hype this up. Like, what can I do? Like,
It's not entertainment. It's education, isn't it? I think that's what it is for me. It's like people listening to us work things out. I don't know. Maybe that is a good thing. Maybe that is more exciting than see us on a podcast or dancing around.
Hopefully, it puts pressure on you guys to do something similar if you want it.
Pressure.
Every time you see us go live like this, you'll be thinking, "Oh, I haven't done my research. I need to do a little bit of research."
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Zara, mate. Zara is a funny one.
I do wonder about John Lewis. That'd be worth a deep dive in clothing. I see it occasionally, not usually priced to the high heavens in Chaz's, but the shop is mega expensive. Yeah, in a charity shop on Tuesday, I saw 4 John Lewis items. I think it was a pair of trousers and I think 3 tops. And I looked them up and they weren't worth money. But there must be some stuff, again, in the brand that is worth like crazy money, because you're right, the shops are ridiculous even for their own branded stuff. Are Ted Baker items better now that the company went into liquidation and shops closed? Potentially, Leanne, you might be on something there. But if I just share this one quickly. So just on Ted Baker coats, used condition, obviously 89, 85, 144, 85, 41, 40, 167, 63, 18, that's on the low end, 52, 26, 104, 44, etc., etc. You get the idea. But
nice, put a hoodie on.
Probably 6 months ago, I would have actually said, "Oh, Ted Baker's not worth grabbing." Like from my personal knowledge, because I just assume that Ted Baker isn't a desirable brand anymore. But you can clearly see here that a lot of the coats are actually worth good money. And again, it's that style, isn't it? It's the wool, it's the cashmere, lots of the check stuff as well. So yeah, it's something else now that I just won't ignore, because in my head I'm thinking Ted Baker's not a good brand anymore.
Tedders.
I just enjoy people talking in the background while I work. Yeah, I'm the same. I love listening to people chat while I just get on with work. So I get it. I personally find it's just like having 2 work colleagues in the same room who are talking about work keeps my head. Okay, yeah, good. I'm glad you guys see that, because I don't want it to be a case of like, oh, I thought it was going to be a fun, exciting live and these guys are just talking research. But hopefully from the title, you kind of know that's what it's going to be.
Very, very different to the podcast. But yeah, I mean, we can have like little chats in between. Obviously, we'll be mainly speaking about the research, but yeah, we don't really know where it's going to go.
I like this. Just got back from a new charity shop, Superstore, grand opening, absolutely cleaned up. £280 spent across 30 items. Actually found some bangers.
Mr. Trade.
So average cost of goods there is just under £10 a piece, isn't it?
Sounds good, Tommy. Sounds like you cleaned up.
Tommy, let us know some of the brands and sub-brands you got. Come and share some knowledge.
Oh, he's going to sub-brands. Go on.
It is the background chatter, but also keeps you motivated. And there is some info gems that pop out too. Yeah, that's what I find sometimes, is there 1 or 2 things you hear people say. Do you remember Georgie? I always go back to this. Georgie once said on our Instagram thing, we were talking about Zara, and he went, "Have you seen a sub-brand in Zara?" because that stuff goes for stupid money. And I think you found it, didn't you?
I found it 3 times now. Yeah, it's yeah, it is good. Like, honestly, I think that's the best thing as well. I think, was it Leanne? That's probably the best thing about this. Although we're going to chat and we're going to speak about what we're doing, when you guys come in and say you hear us say Jules or brands, or say like I talk about Tweed and you say, oh, within Tweed, maybe look at this, and it steers the conversation there. We learn, kind of you learn, and then other people that pop in or watch the replay. That's honestly the best use of this, I think, when you guys flex your knowledge. Oh, it really annoys me. And we probably passed it up so many times. You know, like Topshop, Zara, all that kind of stuff. When celebrities wear specific stuff, say like royalty or celebrities, but you just have no idea. Do you know what I mean? It just, until you lens it, you've got no idea. It's like someone here, Kate Moss Topshop jacket. I don't know whether that's a collab or not, or she's just worn it, but 50 quid for just a standard Topshop top.
I've highlighted Crystal because Crystal, tell me if I've got this wrong. I think Crystal's very good at this kind of knowledge with regards to celebrities who wear certain things. Because there's actually a website for Kate Middleton. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. Have you seen this website, Luke?
No. What?
Look at this. This is crazy, yeah. Because sometimes I've seen people sell stuff for stupid money. And it's because Kate Middleton's like worn it somewhere. So there's a website dedicated telling you to what she's been wearing.
Does it tell you on this website, leave like a list of brands or whatever? Does it tell you?
Yeah, it tells you what it is. So some of this stuff is like Hobbs and Bowden.
Yeah.
So you would look at a Hobbs dress and Reese and stuff like that. So you look at a Hobbs dress. Here we go. After hours of research, I found the 9 dress brands Kate Middleton loves most. So it breaks it all down for you. Obviously, Alexander McQueen, we all know that. But then, if you scroll down further, and I've not looked at this website for a while, Jenny Packham, that's a new one for me.
Never heard of it.
I mean, that looks like luxurious, of course. But then there will be other stuff which is like more basic, like this. Amelia Wicksteed. Never heard of it. And I would walk past that. Don't get me wrong, if I saw that in the charity shop, I might stop and be like, oh, that's quite cool. But I would have to definitely do more research. But then she wears some like Erdem. Never heard of it. But she wears some like basic, like what I class as basic brands. But then you're looking the difference between a dress from going from like 20, 30 pounds to £100 just because she's worn it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I'm not good. Google Lens is good. So obviously where Crystal looked at stuff and Google Lensed it, it will show a picture of Kate Middleton wearing it. You can put, and people put Kate Middleton in the title, and it really forces home the sale as well. So
I just got a email from HMRC, 100 days to go. That makes me feel sick.
We might have to do a StreamYard together and commit to doing our accounts like we do every single year. And every single year we say we're not going to leave it to last minute, and then we always end up in a StreamYard together. So we won't do that live though. God, imagine talking like finances live.
Yeah, no chance.
Get on, lads. I was out charity shopping yesterday and oh God, needed a number 2. Had to take over to Morrison's Inconvenience. On the way out, £67 and 2 books in the charity shop. There we go. So sometimes if you get caught short, it's worth popping in the charity shop.
That's true.
Cafe Facet Knits, John Lewis Merino Cashmere, Scruffs Hardware, Quilted Jacket, Passenger Wool Jumper, Keeler, Kinnard, never heard of that. Nice, Tommy. Sounds like you've done well, mate.
Scruffs Hardware. I see Scruffs Hardware a lot, but I don't know if there's anything in it. I might actually add that to the research. According to Tweedblaze, that's good.
From Google, British Vogue headline: the fashion crowd is going wild for old Kate Moss for Topshop. It was in 2007.
Yeah, it's actually on the tag, so it says Kate Moss Topshop. So it's not like she's worn it; it's an actual collab.
One I'll show the other day, I found at the car boot sale. Unfortunately, I was gutted because mine had like a couple of holes in it, so I've had to list it a lot cheaper. But if I share this, and again, a lot of you will probably know this, but for an amateur like me, I didn't know. Was you aware Victoria Beckham has a line?
Yeah, she also got Reebok one as well. Where's yeah? Because I see a comp. I think you went past it, but I didn't know she had a collab with Reebok, which is really good. No idea.
Reebok, there we are. But I picked up a coat the other day. I'll show you my one. If it even shows up here. But yeah, some of the jackets and coats go for really good money. Where's even my one? Has it sold? It might have sold. But yeah, I picked one up, and if it was in good condition, it's over £100. But mine had a few like holes in the back of it, like tiny holes. So I listed it, I think, for like 60. But that was a new one for me. Victoria Beckham clothing actually sells for like good money. Again, there must be a following for her.
Yeah.
Or was it a dress? Maybe it wasn't a coat, it was a dress. Yeah, it was a dress. Look up cafe. That is a new one for me. So let's have a look. Yeah, Leanne, that's what my Leanne also said as well with the documentary. It might be helping push up prices. What is this cafe facet? Oh, okay. Nice. So if you get like one of them wall jumpers, £89, 37.50.
What are they? Cafe something. Okay. Where's the tag on that thing?
This one hasn't even got one, mate. Let me go back to another one, see if I can find a picture of the tag. This sharing thing is weird. No, I'm turning my camera off everything now. Never used to be like this for StreamYard. There we are.
Okay.
I mean, that's super cool anyway. Just the style of that. I think even that was unbranded, you'd probably still get like 40 for it.
Yeah, that's a beaut.
They've missed out on some keywords there. You could have had like granddad core or granny core.
That's so funny. Because I thought cottage core, I thought like I ain't gonna take it further than this. Surely granny core. What's going on there?
It is pronounced calf, so it's calf facet. He was the fabric and knitwear designer, I think, in the 80s.
This is knowledge for days. Who was that?
Leanne. Leanne's got a tremendous amount of knowledge.
Leanne, I think you're on form today.
Right, so I need to write down Ted Baker. So I've got a couple more I can actually start sniping. Focusing on the coats.
It's pronounced calf. Calf.
I'm not going to even bring up Josh's comment, man. Keep eye out for quilting kits and patterns. They do too.
Why?
Yeah,
Is that Norway?
No, I know.
Oh. Keep an eye out for quilting kits, patterns.
Yeah, they do like tapestry kits as well. God, I need to put my teeth back in when I say that. Tapestry kits. And they go for like 35 quid. Do you know what? I've sold this before. I've sold this before as an everything seller. Similar one to this. I remember this, EHRMAN.
What is that?
And it's like a tapestry, like wall kit, like knitting kit thing.
It's not just clothing.
Nah, this is back in the OG days. This is back where reselling was enjoyable. And I remember I think I had one with like, I want to say it had cats on it. And I sold it for about this price, 85 quid.
Wait, have you looked into Jack Murphy?
We're about to, mate. We're about to deep dive on it.
It's basically identical to Jules.
We're looking at coats.
No, tweed, raincoats, pretty not bad. Perfect car boot stuff.
See, I'm getting different results again, but let's.
I'm going 40 to 100 sell price, and then pre-owned.
Oh, okay, that's where I've gone wrong. Let me do 40.
And then I'm doing ended recently rather than highest to lowest.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So again, it's like every brand, isn't it? There's some stuff in it that is like, if I go back one, some stuff in it that you just don't pick up. Because it's all this like lightweight stuff and like the polyester stuff you leave behind. But as soon as you look at the tweed, the wools, like the field coats as well, even the blazers, mate. Moon tweed, again, it's all that stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know they did that.
Little felt hat as well. They've been looking at Crystal Store with this photo here. Look at the display of this item.
Here comes the big one, Hobbs. Got to tackle this once and for all. Because Mother of the Bride ain't cutting it, mate.
Do you remember we done a deep dive on Mother of the Bride?
Us two doing a deep dive on Mother of the Bride.
And then everything we would try and say to ourselves, oh, it's worth picking up because we can just use Mother of the Bride in the title and it will sell. And I don't think I've sold anything with Mother of the Bride in the title.
All right, guys or girls, mainly Hobbs. What are we looking out for? I'm gonna have a little scroll now. But off the top of your heads.
Right, Rosie, hope you're good. Oh, a couple of things to announce because obviously everyone's on my channel. Let me just put myself back to where I should be for a second. We've got a new YouTube video coming out tonight. We've got a bit of a new series starting on the channel, a bit of a kickstart to the channel, a bit of giving myself a kick up the arse to actually start making content again for the channel. So that starts tonight, 7:30. And then more importantly, tomorrow, I'm on another live stream for this charity hop along stream thing that Laney has organised, raising money for the Stroke Association, a great charity. I'm on at 2:00, and I think the way it works is Simon's on a live stream before with someone, and then he jumps into my live stream for a little bit, and then I jump into Nick Hills, who's on at 2:20. I think that's how it works anyway. So it's kind of like the person does a live stream on their own with someone else and then jumps into someone else's and they host it. You get the idea. But anyway, that starts tomorrow. I think it starts at 12 p.m. and it goes right the way through till midnight. So people have like 20-minute slots and then they jump in with other creators for a bit of their slot, etc., etc. So yeah, Tom is on at 3. There we go. So yeah, come along. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about things that or you guys, more importantly, want to banish. So non-reselling stuff that in life you want to get rid of. So we're going to be reading out some of the comments in the chat. I'm going to talk about my biggest gripe, which is people who clap when a plane lands. I'm going to go into that a bit more detail. So yeah, come along, come and support the charity. Let's raise as much money as possible. But yeah, there we are. A couple of channel announcements.
Up the Chazza.
Leanne's chucking out knowledge, mate. I might just sit here and read Leanne's comments, and then I'm just going to learn this way. If you ever see any Rowan Knitting magazine, Liberty Books, and Fabric Plus, some Laura Ashley fabrics in catalogues, they get good money too. One Laura Ashley 1982 catalogue fetched £160. I love Laura Ashley wallpaper. I've said this many times. If I could have a store of just Laura Ashley wallpaper and maybe a couple of Nerf guns, I think that would be me settled for life.
Does Leanne just want to come on here?
Yeah, we need to get Leanne on and just talk to us while we sit here. Oh man, let's go, baby. I used to go to Laura Ashley sales back in the 80s in London and Winchester and brought loads. Used to pile them up in my daughter's pram. God. That Laura Ashley stuff is just crazy money now. Like some of the vintage stuff. The modern stuff doesn't really go much on the clothing side, but the vintage stuff does. I think I sold 2 Laura Ashley dresses once for £60 each. Tommy on Guitar last year. Yeah, Tommy, last year you done Guitar Hero, didn't you? I remember. Right, Hobbs, you guys are quiet in the chat. You need to tell us all the Hobbs items we should be buying. Make our life easy here. What Hobbs items are you buying that you're listing for over £30? Let us know what you're picking up. And it can't be brand new. It has to be used condition because most of the time we're going to find used over new. Rachel saying, I know nothing. I'm just here for your pretty faces. Well, Rachel, that's not good to us right now. We need you to come and share all your knowledge.
Mate, I've got a nice list.
Well, do you want to talk for a bit and share? Hold on, let me do something quickly.
No, at the minute we're on the waiting to hear any Hobbs knowledge. Done a little
it's kind of like if these guys do not share the Hobbs knowledge, you're not sharing anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Everything I'm seeing, it seems very basic what I'm going to say here. Everything like wool and like trench is definitely in right now. Like every single brand I'm researching, like any trench coats are like demanding the money.
Tweed is solid as well. I feel like it's always been like that though, isn't it?
Maybe. Or a grey background. Who stores this?
Ooh.
Lightworks got a nice little Hobbs jacket there.
That was it. Poetry was the next one.
It always amazes me. Like there is I've had such an obsession over the title structure, and I still believe it's super important, by the way. But then when I see things like very smart long coat from Hobbs, full stop, charcoal grey, full stop, high quality, full stop, size 10, that still sells for like 45 quid. I'm like, if your customer wants it, they'll find it. I just think having that title structure better means it's easier for them to find.
I bet that item is a good one though.
Let me share it. And then people in the chat who have more experience with Hobbs than us can actually say whether they think they got about the money. And this went on bids, by the way. So 3 photos, no measurements, chucked on the kitchen floor or maybe the lounge floor. Just shows the size UK 10 and that's it. And it sold for 45 quid on bits.
From the research, that was like these stuff that you'd be looking out for though.
Yes. Yeah. So wool, like long jacket, isn't long coat, sorry, not jacket.
Yeah.
And they wrote the size there, 42-inch long. So they did do the size there. They put about high 69% wool content, fully lined. Yeah. So do you guys think that they could have got more money with a better title? Or do you think they've managed to get the price with this title? Just blows my mind. Right, here we go. We're getting some hop stuff in. Crystal is saying blazers, coats, dresses.
What with dresses though? Dresses was a bit all over the show.
Do you know, I think the mistake I made, I was going to say we, but I'm not going to speak for you.
Yeah, don't do that.
Is I kind of put dresses all in the same category. I didn't really focus too much on material. So like we learned a lot about like the moon tweed stuff quite early.
Yeah.
Where every time I looked at like a Hobbs dress or any other dress with that, I would straight away go, oh, please be moon tweed, because it's like what we learned quite quickly. But yeah, so Crystal, when you say dresses, are we talking like a certain material dresses, like the jersey dresses you would leave behind? I'm guessing, because I leave them behind now. Rachel saying she sold a St. John's cardigan recently. Is that a known thing or am I special? As in St. John's, like hospital or ambulance, sorry? Let's have a look.
Mate, I thought Rydale was a dead brand, and probably overall it probably is, but the tweed stuff, women's, isn't terrible.
Well, St. John's a good brand by the looks of it. Looking at the sold comps on these cardigans, they're going for anywhere between 50 average up to 80. And I'd never heard of St. John. So that's a new one for me. Clearly, when I said St. John's Ambulance, I'd never heard of the brand before. Oh, mate, this is a good brand. He's gone. Where he gone? He's gone, everyone. That's a sharing a good brand. We'll come back to it. Rose saying sold lots of trench coats at the beginning of the year. They hold their money. Again, not everything Hobbs also have names, but they are not on the tax. So, Crystal, how do you find out the names of the items for Hobbs then? Is it like another thing, like you said, with Google Lens? Is it a Google Lens search to find out the name? And then once you've either found out the good stuff, you don't forget it, and they're the kind of things you focus on buying and just rinse and repeat that way? Is that the way to do it? Because, yeah, with like Reese and other brands, when there's a name of the item, it does make it easier, I find, when you're out and about to just remember the name. Like, oh, anything in Hobbs, I need to look at X, Y, and Z, and they're the ones you sort of gravitate towards. So, yeah, how do you remember that? Luke, what I was going to show you. So I can show. Look at this St. John's that Rachel, who says she has no knowledge, shared. Oh, have you ever heard of this brand before?
St. John's. No.
John. Let me put John. So, like, these are the cardigans. But then you scroll a bit down. Let me just take out cardigan. And let me just do women clothing.
Believe it.
It's a solid brand, mate.
Can you say that you've seen that tag before? What is the tag?
Probably. Let me share this tab.
That's a sick tag. Looks like a Ralph one for women as well.
It would make you stop. I think that tag would make you stop and look. So I hope I've never seen it and just ignored it. I don't think I would ignore it though. But yeah, another one to the deep dive list to actually see which ones to leave behind in that as well. If the item is good, it will sell regardless. But having a good title, photo, specifics, etc., all helps. My opinion is like doing yourself favors. Yeah, I think it speeds up the sale before, but that shocked me how that got so much money on bids, like nearly £50 on bids for that title. I'd love to know if anyone who sells suits, like there are absolute tons available on charity, finding someone with the right waist and shoulders arm length is mad. So I sold a suit yesterday that had been sitting in my death pile for, I'm going to be honest, probably 9 months. It's been sitting there because I couldn't be asked to steam it. I finally steamed it yesterday and sold it on Vinted for 60 quid, like straight away, literally. But the downside to suits is what you've just mentioned there.
I hate them.
The amount of returns you get on full suits is crazy because of that reason, because every single suit fits differently. And this one was a Jill Sander, which is a good brand. It's a tailored suit. So I had to show the measurements in the pictures and write down the measurements as well and the time and stuff. It's a Vinted sale, but I'm expecting it to get returned if it does not fit. Truth be told. So that's any downside. So I try and avoid them now. I would rather sell the blazer and the trousers separately, personally, for me.
That's what I do.
Can't remember their name, but met a guy at eBay Open who only sold suits, 90% unbranded too, and they have a crazy sell through, something million turnover a year. Yeah, we know a couple of people who are at the Open. We met them at last year's Open who sell suits, and they do really well.
Yeah, them boys are killing it.
There's a market there for it, but I wish I asked them that question, actually. I don't know if you ever asked them. I bet their return rate is high if it does not fit.
Yeah, they just do formal wear as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bowden was the one, wasn't it?
Google Lens is the best for names for Hobbs dresses. So I don't know if you heard it, Luke, when you stepped away, but Crystal was saying Hobbs dresses do have names, but they don't have it on the label.
Okay.
So I asked Crystal the best way to work out, and obviously Google Lens is the best for names for Hobbs dresses. Think about the style you might see Kate wearing, stuff you would wear to the races or a wedding. Silk is good, but it doesn't have to be. So I think where I've gone wrong with Hobbs dresses in the past is, let me grab up some solds, because everything I've sold from Hobbs dresses wise has been really like low value. So here we go. This is where I'm going wrong with Hobbs, and this is why I think that Hobbs is terrible because of my experience with it. I've sold 3 Hobbs items in the last 90 days, and none of them have been over £12.50.
Yeah. What items are they? So
we've got like a pencil skirt.
Yeah, just a shift dress.
It's just boring, isn't it? And then you've got a size 8 wrap linen dress. And then you've got a boring arse blazer. So I think what Crystal's saying there, I mean, all 3 of them items, you would never imagine someone wearing it like a wedding or wearing at like the races, would you?
But they're the opposite of what we've looked at. Do you know what I mean? We've looked at, say, like, they're not silk dresses. They're not big, long trench coats. They're not tweed jackets. They're kind of like summery dresses and just like a standard blazer. Like, yeah, you're not going to find one of them like £30 upwards.
Yeah, Tommy's saying I put 3 Hobbs items when I was in the charity shop earlier, put them back. Wasn't the right label or style or material. And I think that's where we first started, where I looked at Hobbs as like, oh, Hobbs, you're going to get like 20 to £25 on every single item guaranteed. Just pick it all up. And it's clear to see you don't get that. So my Hobbs experience definitely needs work, but that's helpful, Crystal, by talking about thinking about what Kate would wear and stuff you would see at the races or weddings and stuff. It makes a lot of sense. And it's definitely style over, I think for women's, it's a lot more about style, isn't it? than men. I think for us men, I think a lot of the men's stuff, the more basic and plain, the actual better it is for men. Where I
Yeah,
think for women is the opposite.
this is unreal. Eileen Fisher, there's a lot of stuff within that.
Do you know what's really blown my mind today? Ted Baker.
I'm gonna have to do one of the, actually, I'm gonna have to type that in.
Like the Ted Baker coats are just, it's just stupid. I just thought it wasn't a thing anymore with Ted Baker.
God, mate, it's so much just sold. I bet the active compared to the sold is nuts though.
Let's have a look. Pre-owned.
I bet the sell-through is terrible.
Well, let me do pre-owned. Let me do 30 to 100, and let's look at the sell-through between that range. We can do it for that outfit. So 30 to 100, there's 1,200 listed, 1,200 plus listed. Let's do women's as well, because we're focusing on today, sorry. So women's, there's 921 listed, and that's pre-owned condition, UK 30 to 100, and 331 sold.
Yeah, I thought it'd be worse though.
It's so funny when you scroll solds and you recognize people's backgrounds now.
Yeah, it's obvious now, isn't it?
I'm like, oh, there's Lightworks. Oh, there's Crystals. That's such a good photo. The thing I find hard about that is that because I'm not from that high-end world of day at the races, I talk myself into items being that style when they might actually not be. Yeah. To me, it's posh, but to a Hobbs buy, it's generic stuff rather than the event stroke day putwear. So is that good sell through to you or not? To me, it sounds bad on the Ted Baker. It's not the best, but I wouldn't say it's hideous personally, because you've got to remember a lot of them listed stuff will be people who are listing the wrong kind of stuff. So what I would then focus on is probably type in like Ted Baker, I don't know, like wool coat, and then look at that sell through. So Ted Baker wool coat, it's bringing up a lot of other stuff as well. But if we just select wool and do it that way.
Mate, who is Posh Mill? Do you know that? Do you know who that is?
No. I don't know a lot of people from their eBay store names unless it's the same as like their social media name.
I'm sorry if this is you out there, but everything I'm typing in similar, they're selling. So I'm gonna have to go down this store because they seem like they know what the hell they're doing with this stuff.
Yeah, I think so, Tommy. I think at the end of the day, there's going to be people listing Ted Baker coats that like aren't the right material. Like Hobbs will be a great example. If you looked at a certain type of Hobbs dress that Kate Middleton has worn or something, you know, if you look at that search and you look at the active to sold, you're probably going to have like 100% sell through, or maybe even better. Where if you just type in Hobbs dress, you're going to have all the stuff that I brought previously that sits on the store for years and years and doesn't sell at all, or you're giving it away for like 99p as well. So, oh, Chris is in. Chris, I've been mentioning that when you scroll and see sold comps, I'm like, oh, there's Chris. There's Crystals. Posh Mill is a beast.
Yeah, because all the stuff that this person's selling, and they must be from some sort of group.
And is it the same kind of stuff? I've been speaking about this on the podcast the last few weeks. The people I see who are doing like super well are not selling like, even with clothing, not selling loads of random. They're selling like the same 20 to 30 things, but multiples of that sell for really good money and really good sell through. And that's how they're running tremendous business. And I'm just like, I'm so scattered with everything. That was a question, by the way.
Sorry. I was just literally going down.
Oh, dear people.
The souls of this person.
Remember his attitude on the research live, yeah? When I'm that, hold on, let me put myself back to where it belongs. Look, when I'm host here, yeah, remember his attitude and not listening to me, not responding to questions. You tune in to Wednesday's podcast on his channel, yeah? And I'm going to sit there and not respond to any of his questions.
Hold up a minute, because I'm deep in the research. So that's
yeah, but I'm trying to like, you know, have some engagement, maybe ask some questions. And, you know, do you want to share? Oh, I just got a message from Vinted. Hold on.
Some of this stuff's crazy.
Received. Perfect. Really happy with the jeans. Thank you so much. That's a nice message to receive compared to I'm not happy. Can I return them? Do you want to share some of the brands that you've been looking at and you've been doing some deep dives on? And Lucy's right. Multitask.
I'm going down this Posh Mills at the minute. But yeah, I've just noted some that it was brands I already knew, but it was just going deeper on them. So I think the first list was like Whistles, House of Brewer, BA and SH, lines within Zara, Brora, Hush. Yeah, there's been a heck of a lot. Farm Rio.
Anthony's saying here, this might be Posh. Anthony, you Posh Mill. Imagine that. Anthony's saying, I have a 20% 1 to 5 follower to item sold ratio with no social media presence. I think that's pretty high. I was hoping it was returning customers, but it's probably just other resellers. That is pretty high, I think. I don't know I need to have a look at what my repeat buyers is. I think it's quite low, I must admit. But what Anthony's saying there makes perfect. If you are selling the same kind of stuff, like constantly, because there is people out there, and again, I'm going to ask the females more than the males, maybe the males as well, because I'm probably the same. We all find the brands we really like, and then we become like a brand ambassador for that brand.
Yeah.
So mine at the moment, okay, the Uniqlo, because Luke put me onto them, and these are the best, most comfortable t-shirts ever. I rate the Uniqlo t-shirts, so I'm a big fan of them. But my other ones I really like. I like Arn. And probably some of the M&S stuff. I think as I'm getting older, M&S is becoming more appealing.
M&S.
So like I stick to the same kind of things. But for the women out there as well, are you kind of like, I'm a Hobbs person, so I will buy my dresses all from Hobbs. I'll buy all my jackets from Hobbs. Or yeah, let me know. Be interested in know. Chris is saying, I see so many regulars when scrolling comps. So do I, Chris. But unfortunately, when I scroll my comps, it's like I'm the low value. And then I keep scrolling. I'm like, oh, and there's this person getting decent money because they've got more knowledge than me. So, yeah. But it is funny. You see the same people pop up with the backgrounds. Trying to develop my 10 to 20 brand sub-niche currently. Metaphor is something I like. Make it a string to your harp. You can play all. Oh, here we go. Tommy the metaphor. Metaphor I like. Make it a string to your harp. You can play all day long. Not your bow.
Here it is.
You shoot your one shot. He loves it. He loves it. Will you be at Moss End Saturday, James? I will be at Moss End, Lucy. And guess what I'm doing this weekend? I am filming. The GoPro's back. GoPro is going back on this weekend. Oh, I've gone. Oh no. Let's change the camera for a second. About 50% of my store is just 2 brands, so that makes sense. That's what Anthony's saying. Half of his store is just 2 brands.
Some people go so narrow, don't they? If you can access it, then fair play, Jesus.
Anthony, let us know, if you don't mind, how many items have you got listed in your store as well? This way it comes on, he says, I've got 4 items listed. But no, like if you've got like a certain amount listed, having 50% is just 2 brands is crazy. And it makes so much sense. Like that's making more sense to me, I would say, in the last 2 months or so. Honey's answered my question about what do women like. Honey's saying it's more about fit. Like certain brands just fit me better, so I stick with them. And I'm the same with that. I think even from a men's perspective, like a size medium in one brand is so different to a medium in another brand as well. So you kind of find what fits and suits you well. And then, yeah, I just rinse and repeat.
Uniqlo or nothing.
Leanne's done some research for us. Poshmill is a recently registered Welsh-based limited company, so you can look up names. I won't put it in the chat. So we can find out who it is from that way.
Welsh-based, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I wonder. Might know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ted Baker has blown my mind today. That's going to be my my analysis of today's live.
God, my notepad is bursting.
Tommy saying I haven't bought a new item of clothing in over 5 years. Well, maybe as a gift. I'm the same, mate. If I can buy like a secondhand item and wear it myself, I'll wear it. But when I lost like the weight, I need to get like a whole new wardrobe. And because we were going around holiday, I didn't have the time to like let new clothing build up over years. So I had a bit of a spending spree on some new clothing. Oh, here we go. Anthony's saying he has around 500 items listed. They are not super high-end brands, but £66 ASP.
Jesus.
That's my kind of store, where you haven't like got a huge warehouse with say like 10,000 items. You've got, what was the word? I said to myself a word this morning, and it wasn't streamlined, but it was that kind of thing where you've got a store of 500 items, and I guess your sell-through must be pretty good on that as well. So averagely, how many times are you turning over your store a year? Because I'm guessing you're very much a case of I get things in, get things out, and that's why your store is so I can't think of what I was thinking this morning. We use streamlined, but it's another word, you know.
The store just sells exactly the same stuff over and over.
But is that where we're potentially going wrong slightly?
I don't know, because I still believe in being like as wide as possible in terms of like knowledge, but honing in on the sort of stuff, and then I don't know, say if you do have like consistent people that know exactly what you sell. I don't know, mate. I don't know. It's just so interesting though, this, like just looking at how people do this. We say it every week though, it's just there's so many different ways to play this thing.
Don't you find it risky? Tom, elaborate. I don't know what I've said or what someone else said. What potentially could be risky? Do you think having the same stuff in your store, like repeated the same? For instance, if I used Ted Baker, say I had 30 of the same Ted Baker coats in my store that sell every single day for say £80. Is that what you're talking about? What if that one brand all of a sudden has zero interest in your whole store, is now dead? Yeah, I think having one is a risk. I go back, when you ask that question, I go back to thinking about with like Yeezy, when he had the link up with Adidas, and then suddenly like his brand like diminished overnight for a lot of people. So if you had a whole store full of his stuff and everyone turned against it, I think Balenciaga was another one as well, who had some problems like in the news and stuff, and that can completely kill your store. But I don't know. I just see some of the really good people just talking about and seeing their souls and seeing them sell the same kind of thing, like day in, day out for good money. I mean, Anthony there talking about a £66 ASP. Like,
Yeah, that's solid.
I dream of that kind of number.
That's really good.
Right. Nearly done an hour and a half, mate. One of the brands is from 1967. You should know what it is, and I can't see it ever going out of fashion.
What did they say? They won't thingy it.
One of the brands is from 1967. You should know what it is, and I can't see it ever going out of fashion.
Yeah, I know. Probably the most well-known brand in the world. One of.
Okay. Well, we've done an hour and a half. I need to actually go and do some buying now.
Here.
Hey, the pickers are in.
RL.
Good to see you guys. I now I've come back onto Instagram. I've been catching up, and I saw you guys were sourcing in Surrey, and you were sourcing in Weybridge, and I live in the town next to Weybridge. So I'm kicking myself. I wasn't on Instagram, because I would have come and met you guys for a coffee and some sourcing, of course. I would have just followed you around the charity shop, and then I would have said to you, what stuff should James be buying today? Let you source for me, and I just go to the till and pay for it. But it would have been nice to meet up for a coffee. So, yeah, next time you come to Surrey, hit me up. You've got no excuses then, Goldmine. I know. Did you find, this might be my problem, and I've spoken about it before. I think I'm very tight when it comes to paying up for good stuff. And I saw some of the stuff you were showing on your Instagram. Did you find Weybridge to be super, super expensive? Because when I've been before to the charity shops, everything has been so overpriced, or I've deemed it to be overpriced. So, yeah, did you find it expensive in Weybridge? I'll wait for the pickers to answer, and then I'm going to call it, mate, because I want to do some sniping. I'm loving Vinted right now, by the way, everyone.
Yeah, but yesterday you hated it.
I know you probably heard me say many times, like, oh, don't love Vinted anymore. I'm going to go back to the, like, I'm loving Vinted. Very expensive. Paying up can sometimes equal bigger profits. I'm trying to do that more with the online sniping pickers. That's really hitting me at the moment. That actually sometimes trying to get things for £1 or £2 isn't the way I want to go. And I haven't got the money necessarily to go and spend like £50 an item. But if the right item turns up for £50 and the data shows it sells for £200 consistently, why would I not do that? And I love this quote: scared money doesn't make money. And that is so true. Look, from a distance, that stack of box behind you looks like a spooky person lurking. What?
Stack of boxes looks like a... Does it? Or you mean that? That's a shelf that needs to be put up. It's a corner shelf. So ideally, I want to have like a plant, books, little lamp, nice little backdrop. Fancy. So yeah, that's TBC. It's because I'm useless at that sort of stuff. So
Chi thought he was a kid. I can't see it, Tommy. Tommy, you might need to go get your eyes tested, mate. I can't see that. What I will say, though, is I'm very proud of Luke and I yesterday because we both tackled tasks that we've been putting off for so long. Luke was listing trainers that have been in his death pile for so long. I was listing like suits. I'd done a Magimix blender that got returned about a year and a half ago that I just left in the box it got returned in. So I relisted that. And like I said earlier, the suit sold yesterday. So the last thing I'm going to say on the live stream, if you've got anything in your death pile, list it this week. And next time we do this live, which hopefully will be next week, let us know if anything from your death pile sold. But hope it's been helpful for people. It's been helpful for us for sure. Thank you for your guys' input, because without you guys, it's just me and Luke guesswork and a lot of the time and talk to each other. So yeah, here we go. One more thing. Let's film a video, same area, same budget, eBay versus whatnot. But yeah, okay, so are we talking about what sold for more money on either platform? And also, my knowledge compared to you, yeah, how can I describe it? Okay, let's describe it in footballing terms. I am Staines Town, who doesn't exist anymore, by the way. So I'm Farnborough Town, yeah, and you are like prime Barcelona with Ronaldinho.
Who?
Luxury pickers. They're saying, let's film a video, same area, same budget, eBay versus whatnot. You guys are going to absolutely smoke me because I'll come out of the charity shop and be like, guys, found a banger, yeah. Ralph Lauren, yeah, knit, merino knit, paid a tenner for. What a banger. And you guys are going to come out and be like, oh, I found this vintage 1980s dress worn by this person for £2 and it sells for like $3,500. So I'll do a video, I'll do a collab with you guys, but you will smoke me. But I don't mind taking you out. But I think it'd be cool to do. Yeah, next time you come to Surrey, hit me up and let's do a little collab. I think it'll be fun. Long time no chat. Miss you blokes. We're here every Wednesday. We're not here. We're on Luke's channel every Wednesday, 8 a.m. for the podcast. But yeah, there's going to be more stuff. More stuff on this channel again. Video out tonight, 7:30. That's a banging video idea. Okay, pickers, hit me up next time you come to Surrey. Let's do it. I might have to call in like, oh, it's Landon. Oh, mate, I haven't heard from you in ages.
No way.
Where have you been? Come back and see us sometime. Yeah, pickers, 100%. Hit me up. We'll do a little collab. I might have to get a partner in crime though, because there's two of you and there's only one of me. And Leanne's knowledge is worse than mine, so I might have to ring in a local. I might know someone local who can come and help me, and we can maybe do a little team competition. I might even get Simon to come. Simon's a good source, I think, in the charity shops.
Simon.
We will do it. Okay, I'm going to call it because I've got to do some sniping. Thank you all. See you later on. Don't forget video at 7:30. Please go and like the video. Go and share the video. Like it. Hype it. Don't like it. Hype it, actually. That's the new thing. Hope you enjoy it. And yeah, love you all. See you later on.
Much love. Peace. Peace.